we shall be talking about the Lyst Q index. This is the index for Q4 2024. Of course, it's now January 2025. So, of course, they've been able to compile the data for the last quarter of last year. Now, this is always really interesting. People always ask me how exactly, when it comes to these list indexes, do they get these figures? So, we're going to talk about it quickly. So, with the list index, essentially what they do is the data is sourced from a mixture of data from sales via the list platform, social media impressions, social media mentions, activity and engagement, and then also they track other different things like list shoppers' behavior, what they search for on and off the platform, what they view the most. So it's kind of a mixture of all that information that all comes together to make the list index. So it's not necessarily perfect, but it's a good indicator, and it's the best one we have in fashion right now of what products are trending and what brands are trending with a mixture of social media impressions, searches, hype, but also actual sales also mixed into that. So that's really how they come up with the list index, and that's where they get the information from. For anyone that was wondering. So let's have a read through. Let's have a read through. So the hottest brands in Q4 2024, of course, Miu Miu is at the top. No surprises. Interesting to see Saint Laurent become second. I do think, I would say the past two Saint Laurent collections have been really big. People obviously know what Saint Laurent is. People talk about Saint Laurent all the time, but I think the most recent two collections, a lot of people have been talking about Saint Laurent in a way that I didn't really see people talking about Saint Laurent. Like these, obviously this one, but it wouldn't have been factored in probably. But this is the one that just happened. And then you also have the one that I feel like people are really talking about, which is Spring Summer 25 ready to wear. This is the collection that a lot of people are talking about. Tailoring, loads of people are talking about this. So I can definitely see how Saint Laurent is up 2 points, and Prada, of course, being there, no surprises there either. You have Coach that went up by 10. I can see that too, because Coach bags have been all the rage. I mean, the Brooklyn bag has gone triple platinum in these streets. Like the Brooklyn bag is insane. Like everyone has been wearing it. Everyone has been buying Coach charms and attaching Coach charms to their Coach bags and to their other bags. I've definitely seen that. So sales wise, hype wise, I can definitely see. Let's see what they've said. Coach received the Innovation Award at the 2024 CFDA Fashion Awards. They launched their Alter Ego collection. New Coachtopia styles created from best-selling Coach bags. They hosted the CFDA after party with Glorilla and UK party for Charlie XCX Brat Tour. So they've been busy. They've been very, very busy. We also have Moncler up 5. That's interesting. I mean, their Genius event, they've obviously talked about the Genius event. The Genius event is huge every year. Obviously, last year it was in Shanghai. What did they say? The global reach of 8.9 billion people. Oh, potential global reach. I was like, what? I was like, how did they come up with that figure? How could their Genius event have a potential global reach of 8.9 billion people? Where is that figure from? Guys, what's the world population? One second. What's the world population? The world population apparently in 2023 is 8 billion. So if the world population is 8 billion, yeah, I think someone writing this made a mistake. How could there be a potential global reach of 8.9 billion people? That literally makes no sense. Yeah, I don't. Some people have been guessing their figures wrong. Maybe they meant like 800 million people or something. That doesn't make any sense. But yeah, so once again, I'm still surprised that Moncler is as high as it is. I don't really understand that. Maybe they made some mistakes with the figures. The row, that makes a lot of sense. I can see that because UGG boots have been really, really big recently, and a lot of brands have been collaborating with UGGs. They've been pushing certain styles. I'll show you guys actually the UGG collaboration that I really, really love. It's by a designer, Tokyo James. So Tokyo James did a collaboration with UGGs last year. I'm trying to remember what season it was, whether it was Spring Summer 25 or oh no, it was this one. So these shoes here, UGGs have really been pushing this style. So even when they have collaborations with designers, they like really, really push these. And I've seen a lot of people wearing these. I think there has been like a big marketing push towards these. But then collaboration wise, let me see if I can find this collaboration. So yeah, Tokyo James did like the typical like Nigerian beading techniques on Uggs. Sensational collaboration. It's also very true to the brand, the African techniques, African beading, but also bringing it into the context of Uggs. The ones that I liked the most were the black ones. Well, because all I wear is black for the most part. But you can see like They came in like different colors and different styles. Let me see if I can find the black ones. One second. Yeah, these ones. These ones, yeah, I'm a big fan. So I've definitely seen a lot of brands collaborating with Uggs, and Uggs have really been pushing certain styles. So I can see that because I saw some people in the chat were surprised, like, why is Uggs so high? That makes a lot of sense to me personally from what I've seen. Skim makes a lot of sense. Jacquemus is still a trending brand. I get that. Balenciaga, Valentino. COS is very surprising. I feel like COS, they said COS released their Fall Winter 24 Atelier collection, partnered with photographer Chris Pirani on a 24-piece capsule collection. They held a Black Friday and Cyber Monday sale. Now that's interesting to me because COS is one of those brands that, people, everyone knows what it is. A lot of people buy it. I don't really see in recent times that COS has been more hyped or it's seen a spark in sales and everyone's talking about COS. I don't see that. So I really want to know because once again, the data is a mixture of sales and searches and impressions and stuff. That's interesting. Yeah, this one. I mean, it's cool, but it's kind of what COS always does, no? I feel like every COS Atelier collection kind of looks like this. It's just slightly, better quality than normal COS, made a lot better, slightly more refined. I mean, yeah, I don't know how COS ended up there, to be honest. Like, it's cool. It's nice. It's nice stuff, but it's just I feel like COS is a cheaper version of whatever Lemaire, Jill Sander, and the Row are doing at any point in time. I feel like that's exactly what COS Atelier is. They just look at Lemaire, Jill Sander, they have Lemaire, Jill Sander, and the Row on their mood board, and then they're just like, what do we like? And then they just copy it. So I don't really, yeah, I don't know how COS is necessarily trending to the point it's in the top 20 most trending brands. That would be really interesting. I actually know some people that work at Lyst, so I might actually ask them just because I'm really curious about what exactly put them, like what exact data put them in that position, just for my own understanding. But yeah, let's go back. I mean, Skims make sense because the Skims North Face collaboration was really big and they're already on this list anyway. So they've gone up by one place. They released a collaboration collection with Dolce& and Gabbana, opened their first flagship store on the Fifth Avenue in New York, collaborated with the North Face on a collection of winter essentials. So there we go. And in general, Skims is like a really big brand. A lot of people like Skims, to be honest. Of course, I was very critical of the North Face collaboration because I did think it was a bunch of bullcrap. However, I'm not surprised it's there. I see Skims selling a lot. I see a lot of people wearing Skims. It's definitely a trending brand in all respects. I don't sleep on COS, love their tailoring. Yeah, yeah, I don't think COS tailoring is bad at all. I definitely don't think it's bad. I wouldn't say the tailoring is bad. I just don't think it's original in a sense that I do think they copy those brands I mentioned, but I don't think it's like bad. I mean, it can make sense since they're the closest fast fashion brand to deliver the quiet luxury. That's true, but then because if you think of COS Atelier, there are so many brands that offer something similar that are at that same price point. But let's see, like brands like, although this brand might be slightly more expensive than COS Atelier, but like I think of brands like Joseph. Think of brands like Joseph. Joseph kind of offers that quiet luxury, but it's not the raw expensive, right? It's not crazy, crazy expensive. Although some of this stuff like £1,325 for the trousers and stuff. I guess Cosatelia is slightly cheaper. And then I guess there are other brands that kind of offer that too. You have like Arket and they have their lines too. Zara has been pushing to be in the position that COS is in. Zara had that collaboration with Stefano Pilati. I'm not sure how many of you remember that collection. I thought it was really good actually. It was really interesting. Of course, it's still fast fashion, but I thought at that price point, getting those Stefano Pilati silhouettes was really cool. And that was Zara have kind of been pushing for that too. So I don't think it's just if you're looking for that quiet luxury aesthetic at an affordable price with interesting cuts, I don't think COS is the only place you can go for that. I think there are many other options, to be honest. Let's see, on 10 magazine, they did an article on it, so you can see all the different styles. But yeah, this stuff is really cool. Someone is saying COS has the best t-shirts. Interesting. I've never worn or bought a COS t-shirt. What about it makes it good? Is it the fabric feels nice, the weight of the fabric? There's the fabric, not it lasts long, it doesn't shrink when you wash it after a year or so, the color doesn't fade. Like, what about the t-shirt makes it really good? Leah says I have two. Okay, what's your experience with the COS t-shirts? Are they good? Longevity for the COS t-shirts, color doesn't fade. Interesting. That's cool. But anyway, back to the list index. So they first talk about Coach climbing high. I kind of briefly explained why it makes a lot of sense to me, at least, why Coach is high up on this list and why they've jumped so high up. As it says, 2024 was a year of fashion in flux, and a transformation of the List Index hottest brands charts reveals how online fashion shoppers are responding to shifting tides. This was Miu Miu's year. The brand claimed the number one spot 3 out of the last 4 quarters, displaced only by Loewe in Q2. Sister brand Prada also remained within the top three all year round, while Saint Laurent has been steadily climbing to the top five. Meanwhile, the rest of the table continues to shuffle as fashion fans reassess the value of luxury labels and rediscover more accessible brands and trends. This quarter sees two new entrants, some seasonal success stories, and some dramatic leaps up and down the hottest brands chart. Coach climbs 10 places to become the world's fifth hottest brand, reflecting an exceptional quarter across all of our key index metrics. Well-executed strategy to connect authentically with Gen Z customers has paid off, with demand up a staggering 65% quarter-on-quarter and 332% year-on-year. That's insane, to be fair. Damn, 332% year-on-year increase in demand. That's insane. But that is very reasonable. Like, I can see how that could happen because Coach has definitely risen to the fore. Coach was always a brand that was big and like people used to buy, right? But last year specifically with the charms, the bag, and the Brooklyn bag, honestly, I've seen it everywhere. Honestly. And who was wearing like people that a lot of Gen Z people love, right? Like I think Kendall Jenner was wearing the Brooklyn bag, and like I saw Kylie Jenner, and like 1 second, let me see. Oh, even Bella Hadid. Yeah, Bella Hadid was wearing it a lot. Yeah, Bella Hadid was wearing it a lot. Yeah, she was in a lot of pictures. So yeah, it makes a lot of sense to me. Let's see. Someone is asking, does Lyst declare their sources? You'd have to watch it back, but I mentioned earlier on how exactly they get the data, like where the data comes from. So let's see what else they said. Competitive discounts during peak sales season allowed more customers to access hot Coach bags and made Coach pieces popular holiday gifts. That's interesting. Let's see what they say about COS, because that's really what is really interesting me about this whole list. The Coach Brooklyn bag, so they even talked about the Brooklyn bag, is this quarter's hottest product with a 46% spike in searches for Q4. Oh, so it's actually the hottest product. See, that makes a lot of sense because that's when I think of Coach, I just think about the Brooklyn bag. That's the first thing that I think about. So it makes sense that it's the hottest product on the product index with a 46% spike in searches for Q4, while a Coach Cherry bag charm taps into the Gen Z craze for customization. Accessories for accessories are trending as shoppers look for quirky charms, pins, and scarves to express their personalities and adorn their it bags with a personal touch. Searches for bag charms on lists spiked 77% this quarter. UGG, another Gen Z favorite, breaks back into the hottest brands list, rocketing into 10th position. While UGG always sees seasonal success, this quarter's demand is unprecedented. UGG searches are up 358% over the last 3 months. So yeah, let's pause there. This is exactly what I was explaining, where it seems like UGGs have had a really, really strong marketing push because them saying that they've noticed that the searches for UGGs are up 358% over the last 3 months makes sense to me because, like I said, I have seen every single brand collaborating with UGGs. So many UGGs collaborations happened last year and some really good ones too. So it only just means more people are seeing UGGs, more people are thinking about UGGs. They had more interesting campaigns last year. So that makes a lot of sense to me. That makes a lot of damn sense. And let's see. So UGG searches are up 358% over the last 3 months and up 12% year on year. Beyond the ongoing nostalgic appreciation for 2000s fashion, shoppers are feeling inspired by creators showcasing new ways to style the boots, pairing Uggs with baggy jeans or more elevated looks. As mini UGG outfit inspo dominated TikTok, the ubiquitous tan UGG classic ultra mini boots became the quarter's second hottest product. Oh, that's interesting. So it's the second hottest product. Let me just have a glance at these products before I continue reading. Okay, so we've got Uggs, Mimi Fleece. Wow, a COD's cashmere sweater is in the top five. Interesting. Okay, that's cool. Let me go back. Algorithms overlap in our hottest product ranking, where the data surfaces celeb endorsed statement pieces alongside more pragmatic capsule wardrobe items. Post quiet luxury, shoppers are still seeking sleek, clean design across all price points. The Row remains the quarter's ninth hottest brand, while COS H&M Group's modern minimalist line enters the hottest brands list for the first time. Demand for COS increased 16% this quarter, and its viral cashmere sweater, a dupe for the Rose style, is the fifth hottest product. So yeah, this is interesting. Someone in the chat, essentially on Twitch, alluded to this, that maybe because of quiet luxury, people are seeking out things like COS because that's what is more affordable, where they can get the Rose look. Because they even said like COS copied the Row. So it's just interesting though, because I feel like you can get a cashmere sweater from loads of places. And if I wanted a cashmere sweater, I probably wouldn't get it from COS. I can get a very high quality cashmere sweater from a brand that just makes cashmere sweaters and nothing else, and it would still be kind of affordable. Probably the same price as COS Atelier, to be honest. So that's interesting that that's the product that is hot. A cashmere sweater. That is so like consumer trends are so wild to look at. But let's continue reading. Let's continue reading. The Wardrobe NYC blazer dress from a collaboration with actress and model Rosie Huntington Whiteley is this quarter's sixth hottest product. Oh, that was a big collab. That was huge, actually, from last year. For guys that don't know, this is our website, Wardrobe NYC, founded in 2017 by designer Josh Goot and stylist Christine Santanera. Wardrobe NYC is a conceptual composite of luxury essentials distilled into their purest and most desirable form. That's all a bit of dribble jabble. Really, what Wardrobe NYC is, why it started, and kind of what their selling point is, to be very honest, is they wanted to address the sustainability problem in fashion, like how much waste there is in fashion, how things are really seasonal, and then things go out of trend. So what Wardrobe NYC really came in to try and do was they would sell like certain capsules as a whole like capsule collection that you can buy, and it's a whole wardrobe in one. So they're almost selling you a whole wardrobe every capsule. So they basically tell you if you buy all these things within this capsule, everything goes with everything. And you can build a cohesive wardrobe this way rather than buying like the one trendy blazer that you can't really style with anything and it goes out of style, which I think is interesting, right? And last year, something that was really trending was this collaboration that they had with Rosie Huntington Whiteley. For people that don't know who Rosie is, really famous model, really famous actress. She's also famous for who she hangs around. I won't get into that, but yeah, she's known for her style. Like a lot of people, really big on Instagram. I think she has like more than 20 million followers on Instagram. Let me actually cross-check that on Instagram. Let's see how many followers she has. Yeah, so she has 20.5 million followers. But yeah, a lot of people, this was the collaboration, the blazer from her collaboration, but a lot of people look to her for style, and especially in this whole like, like quiet luxury world. A lot of people have put her on like all the inspo mood boards for it. Like when you look at Pinterest, you always see her face on a lot of the mood boards, to be honest. So it makes sense. She has that kind of influence. So it makes sense that her collaboration was really, really big and it was all the rage. So yeah, these are some of the pieces from the collaboration, just for people that aren't aware, just kind of bringing you guys up to speed. So yeah, going back, it says, as worn by Beyonce at a Kamala Harris rally, searches increased 110% this quarter. Taylor Swift helped drive a 242% surge in searches for British designer Charlotte Simone's cult vintage-inspired coats. This quarter's eighth hottest product. While in ninth position, Ann Daughter's cardigan is the it knit of the season, representing a viral TikTok moment for red crew neck cardigans this winter. I must have missed that. So I'm not really too much on TikTok like that. So let's actually have a search on TikTok and see why Ann Daughter was trending, like the knitwear was trending. Let's have a look. Ann Daughter. I mean, I can't find it unless people spell it the other way. Ann Daughter like that. Nope. Nope. Cardigan, maybe? Nope. Sweater, maybe? Sweater? Yeah, I don't know. If I'm struggling to search for it, I don't know how it could have possibly been a TikTok trend. I don't know. It should come up very easily, no? That's weird. But and daughter is a brand that is known for its knitwear, but that's strange. I don't think I caught that trend. I don't think I noticed it, to be honest. But for guys that don't know, and daughter is a knitwear brand. Let's see what they say on their website. My Irish granny was an amazing knitter. He passed that knowledge and passion on to my father. He began his career selling the Donegal tweeds and arons of his birthplace and made his life's work Irish and Scottish knitwear of the highest quality. Now I am lucky enough to work with many of the makers and mills that he did. It is a legacy of time, skill, and knowledge passed on and to be cherished, which is kind of cool. It does have like a very, the brand does have like a very homely kind of family vibe to it, to be honest. And they always have like these cool videos on their website where they show like, you know, how their wool and their cashmere yarns are spun in Scotland and stuff like that. So it's really cool. Cool to see it trending, but I must have not caught the trend though. I really didn't catch that trend. Did anyone in the chat catch that trend that I didn't catch? If you guys are, you know, constantly on TikTok and see things that I clearly do not see. Observing the Matrix is saying women adore her style. Yeah, you talking about Rosie? That's definitely true. That's definitely true. I did a red crew cardigan, very simple that I think infiltrated the subconscious a bit. Okay, I must have missed that then, because yeah, I did not see that at all. But let's continue reading. They said it was the it knit of the season, representing a viral TikTok moment for red crew neck cardigans this winter. As TikTok continues to fuel brand and product heat, how could an evolving social media landscape in the US shape how we shop for fashion this year? Well, that changed obviously because TikTok was brought back after being banned for like a day, if it even was a day. Will the luxury downturn continue, opening up space for more premium and contemporary brands? And how will the comings and goings of fashion's high-profile creative directors influence the Lyst Index? Fashion's great shakeup looks set to continue in 2025, and we'll be tracking the data as the story unfolds. So yeah, very, very interesting. I mean, yeah, the whole TikTok thing, something that I did think that was interesting that they said was this idea of the luxury downturn continuing and therefore opening up space for more premium and contemporary brands. That's something I really hope happens because I hope that we see a lot of brands that truly care about quality and truly have quality garments come to the fore because they will have garments that, you know, specifically, you know, cheaper than a lot of luxury brands are made better and also not made in crazy quantities. So the sustainability aspect is there too. So yeah, the hottest product. So the Coach, I said Colt, Coach Brooklyn bag. Number one, you have the Uggs Ultra Mini Boot. Number two, a Miu Miu fleece. Miu Miu, even though Miu Miu is a really big trending brand right now, the garments that trend always seem to be the most run-of-the-mill, like basic items that you could buy anywhere else. And it always shocks me. I remember in the last quarter, I think it was Miu Miu bikinis or something like that that was really selling. The Coach bag, Cherry bag, yeah, I've seen that all over the place. A COS cashmere sweater, wardrobe NYC blazer with Rosie Huntington, of course. Skims, X and North Face, that was big. It definitely was big, even though I thought it was a whole bunch of bull crap. Charlotte Simone coat. So this is the cardigan. Yeah, I definitely missed this. Massimo Dutti penny loafers. Massimo Dutti have been making these penny loafers forever. Like this style penny loafer is nothing new. What would spark, because they didn't really mention it in the text, what would spark the big interest for these penny loafers? Observing the Matrix is saying Prada look 27 for 2024 menswear. Let's have a look. But if that's the case, though, wouldn't it be the Prada one that should be trending just based on like searches and stuff? I guess because it's not affordable, that would probably be the reason why. But yeah, odd. So you're talking about this look here. Okay. I must have missed it though, because I reviewed this collection and I don't really remember the cardigan being any sort of interesting point of discussion. And since then, I don't remember really people talking about this Prada cardigan. So I must have completely missed it, to be honest.